Hey guys. Morning, good morning. Good morning. Who is up? Who is heading out to work? Who's available? I'm not hearing that music in my headphone, which means not connected. Yeah, who is here? Talk to me in the chat. Yeah. It's another day. It's Monday, the 25th. Who is here watching? Last night we had a blast. We had a blast last night. We had a really good time. We came on very, very late, and we actually had some persons join us, and we had some commitments. Congratulations to the persons who last night made a commitment to move forward to create an impact by doing just whatever small thing they can do from wherever they are to start this process, to get this going, to make a difference in the lives of some people there in Jamaica, in their community. So this is a global movement, so it does not mean that whatever you're doing has to be something in Jamaica. It could be anywhere, any country, anywhere. We are creating global impact. And so this is not just about Jamaica, but it's a great place to start, right? Your community is a great place to start. You know, the impact of one, I keep saying the impact of one can be very far reaching. We're creating ripples. And so if you feel moved to do something in your own community and your community happen to be in Jamaica, we love that, right? We love that. We had someone come on here and she made a commitment to do something in St. Andrew. We had another person that came on and made commitment to do something in the New Market area. And last night, and those two projects were similar, by the way. They were to feed the elderly and the children. And then last night, as late as that was that I came on, we had people coming on again to make even more commitment. So last night we had Pauline Elliott, who wants to do something with grief counseling because she thought that so many people have died over the last 2 years. And, in some families, there are multiple deaths, and therefore people are grieving, and we're not sure we're going about it the correct way, and therefore we might need counseling to manage grief. And so that's a brilliant idea, and as a community we're hoping that we could put some forums together so that people can get grief counseling, get advice on how to grieve, to make the process easier on everyone, because losing loved ones is a real thing. When you wake up and, 2, 3 family member die in a short time, it takes its toll on just about anyone. And these are not things that we should brush aside because they can come back to make you depressed And depression, can lead to a lot of things. You could go crazy. You could take your life. You could do. You could just withdraw from society. A number of things could happen to you when you get into the deep depression. So we want to find ways to help people so that they don't become depressed because of the things that are happening around them. The dealing with loss. So yeah, congratulations on Pauline moving forward, taking the initiative to spearhead this project, of course, with our assistance, to look at grief counseling, look at finding ways that we can get assistance for people on how to handle grief. Um, then we had Kiara Senior from Giddy Hall area. She came on last night also, and she told us about what's happening in her community, and they're doing pretty good. They have at least organized community body that are working with SDC and so on, but they need some more stuff. They need some help. They don't have a basic school, so the kids have to leave from all the way up there to go, you know, down to Whitehall or Black River or something like that to go to school. And so they want a basic school. And we're happy to help in whatever way we can to put it out there so that they can get assistance from wherever and whoever to help to build that basic school. And they also need field, the court for the young people to play on, because they don't have a football field right now. So they would want assistance with getting that sorted out. It seemed to me that they have started some of these initiatives but don't have the money to go far with them, and so they would need our assistance as an online community also. So she's gonna go and sit with her community people to work on a budget to see what it costs to do these projects, and report back to us so we could see what we're working with. I also advise her to get in touch with Franklin Brown, to make an assessment, as to the feasibility of what the way things look as far as the sports part of it is concerned. But I'm excited. I am so excited. That's what we want to see. We want to see community people doing something, not just complain about what's going on in Jamaica and about what's bad, what's falling apart, you know, what's unbearable, but trying as a community to see how you could fix that, how you can make it better, and if we start to make it better at in our little district, in our little community, it will spread. It has to spread, right? But if we do nothing, then we're just going to keep sliding in the opposite direction, and we don't want that to happen. So we have to put a halt on that. We have to build communities. Jamaica needs to be rebuilt from the foundation up. And we can't just sit around and continue to talk about the politician, the politician, the politician. The politician is a product of the community too. Um, so let's build better communities, stronger communities, where we can get together in a constructive way and hold our leaders accountable. But if we are not organized, if we don't have structures in place, if we don't have groups that they have to report to because you elect them, if you're not organized, then they get away with everything, right? So change is gonna mean that you guys gonna have to organize yourselves better to be able to make representation on behalf of your community, and not just when the MP is passing, you flog him down and whisper in his ears about some little thing that you want done, and you know, at that level. No, you have a right to have an organization that is organized enough that you can invite your representative to a meeting and discuss what the problem you have, and what you need from them, and the type of changes you are expecting from them. So let's rethink how we're running communities, rethink our role in the community. You can't just live in a community and don't contribute to anything more than make sure that your home is okay and you have food to eat and all that. No, you have a responsibility to do more for your community. And if we don't see the community as our responsibility, then it's going to fall apart. Things are going to fall apart around us, just like they are falling apart around us in Jamaica. Correct. Right? Because people stop thinking that the community belongs to them. They stop caring. They stop caring about what happens to the young people. They stop caring about what happens to the children. They stop caring about everything. It's just about me, myself, and I. What can I do inside of my own home? What can I do at my job to keep a job or to step up the ladder or something? You know, how much TV can be in my house, how many cars park outside. All of those things become the focus of society these days, and the individualism of everyone. And that's why society is failing at the rate that it is failing in Jamaica, because nobody cares for each other anymore. Nobody sees the need to sit in a meeting with other community members to talk about how do we build a better community? How do we get certain things in place to benefit the entire community? How do we build infrastructure? How do we get sports? You know, because everybody now believe that I have a device, and on my device I can play some sports, but God forbid, you need to do physical activities. You need a place where the kids can run, the young people can play, and they can be involved in sports. Not because we reach a stage now where people can afford to go to the gym, so everybody it's gonna go to the gym, or you're on your phone playing games, so you don't need to interact with your neighbors across the street and down the road and so on. That is exactly why there's such a breakdown in the society. So let's bring back communities. Let's bring back the idea of what community means, and how we form communities, how we're supposed to operate in a community. Let's remind people how that's supposed to happen. You know, let's remind each other how we're supposed to be doing that. And so Kiara wants, you know, a field for them to do football and whatever else, you know, sports they can accommodate on based on the space that they have there. And we don't have to start with something fancy. We can just start with something simple, right? Then Novelette also came on and said, you know, she will sponsor a child. She prefers if we start with it from Beersheba School, that she's willing to establish a fund in her mother's name in honor of her late mom, and that her mom being Miss Norma Beckford. To honor her, she wants to put up a fund that would sponsor a child through primary, high school to university level, and that's applaudable, right? We're so happy for that. Imagine a child who will get that, and their parents won't have to worry anymore about sending that child to school, all they would have to be worried about or thinking about is doing well to be able to maintain that the scholarship, right? So amazing things can happen when we put our heads together, right? Amazing things. And right behind Novelet's suggestion was another young lady, another lady, was, I think she's Smith. She also has the same or a similar idea of sponsoring a child, um, providing for that child. I'm not sure the duration of that. She will come on probably later today and speak about that in detail, because she didn't come on to speak last night. So there you have it. In one night, we had two people who want to sponsor a kid. Two, right? Two people reaching out to say, I am going to stand in the gap right there to help this child to have more opportunities for school and whatever, so they can do well, right? So we're talking here about the impact of one person changing the life of a child. That's significant, very significant. And so we have two people who are doing that, right? And then we have Kara, which is more community based, wants to get the sports facility underway and a basic school over there in Giddy Hall area. It's not just Giddy Hall, it's the whole community back there. And then we have Pauline, who wants to do something to fix people's mind as far as grieving is concerned, so that people can cope with their stresses, the loss, the pain of losing loved ones. And we did that all in one night. One night. Imagine how much more we can do with almost 7,000 people on this page, following this page. 6,912 people following this page. Imagine what we can do. Imagine what we can do if we all decide that we're going to help our communities. Imagine what we can do if we decide that we're going to help our countries. Because the people who follow this page, they're not all Jamaicans. They're not all living in Jamaica. So imagine if all of us would get up and say, I am going to do one simple thing for someone where I live or where I'm from. Imagine the ripple effect that will create across the world. Just imagine for a moment. Right? Imagine that. What a joy that is going to be. And I think we will see that. We will see that happening in a big way. We will see a movement emerging here that people will stop and look. People will it will capture the heart and attention of people. Because we're not asking you to empty out your savings account. We're not asking you to build bridges and tunnels and big things. We're just saying, start with doing something simple. Start with something that you can do, right? Something that you can do. And maybe, depending on what it is, you might have to involve another person or two to help you, right? Small impact. Small, but they go a far way. And when we put it all together, We already got 3 projects, 4 projects for last night, and 2 from the night before. So that's 5 in 2 nights, right? And if we keep multiplying those over a week, how many projects do you think we can be looking at starting? And these are not projects that demand a whole big sum of money up front and a whole lot of big operation and committees and whatever. Just things that people can do, everyday things that people can start up and make a difference in the life of 1 or 2 people or even more. And this is what we're encouraging, because at the end of the day, the way to fix our community is going to be, like brick by brick, rebuilding it, right? Small things, because they will turn into big things. They will turn into big things. I know we have big dreams to develop state-of-the-art sports complex and all that in Newmarket, but there are other small things that we can fix as we go along, right? Until we get around to building sports complex and all that great stuff, there are small things that we can fix. Small things that we can fix along the way. So I want to encourage you guys to jump in, do something. Don't just sit on the sideline. Don't just wait. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Jump in, do something. Offer yourself a service. Offer yourself a service to your community. Think about something that you can do right now. Something you could literally start doing right away to help. And put yourself forward, right? Say, I am willing to do something, right? Because you're about change, and change begins with me. Like I said, this is not a spectator thing anymore. We want people who are movers and shakers and doers to come in here and volunteer their time and their services to better the communities anywhere. Communities anywhere. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're from. So again, commendations to the people who have stepped forward to say that they will do something. The 5 people who have already volunteered to do stuff, and we're looking for more people to join them. Looking for more people to join the initiative, to come forward to do something to help. Right? I know it's morning and a lot of people are heading off to work or already at work or so on. So I hope you will see this video later on and comment. If you're interested to do something, let us know, right? And there will be other opportunities during the day or in the evening when we will come back to speak, so that more people can jump on and participate. I just wanted to come on and tell you the good news. Those of you who probably didn't see the video from last night yet, that people volunteered themselves to do something. All right? Let me get back with you guys later. Hey, Uncle. Huh? I'm good. Hold on. Yeah, guys, let me get back to you later. No.